Ever since I was younger, I was into video games.
Somebody like the fuse so I can bring bad news to all these crews who can't NBA jam with the shoe.
Hi everybody, welcome back to a quick beer review. Going back out to Massachusetts, New England, New York, everywhere in between now. Treehouse Brewing. This is Fruit Cup. Never heard of this beer. Did not know this beer was a thing, but here we are. I like the label. Label art is cool. Beer comes courtesy of my man Kelly. I appreciate you, my bro. This is a pretty label. 6.8% alcohol by volume. It says American India Pale Ale. I was reading this. It says our brewers utilize a new selection of crystal malts. It's weird. Maybe not weird. I feel like crystal malts is like an old school thing. There's no way this is not a hazy beer, right? And then it says it's Citra. So, oh no, the date is off the thing. It says, I think it was January 8th. I think that's what it says. So, time of recording about 3 weeks. Should be perfect. I've always said from the beginning of my Treehouse journey, I like Treehouse beers with some time. Oh yeah, this is definitely not fucking clear. I like my hazy beers from Treehouse with some time on them. That's where the whole Team Old IPA thing came from. People were talking shit saying that my beer was too old. And that's why we started talking about hashtag Team Old IPA, which is my Instagram account if you'd like to follow along. So look at that. This Treehouse glass is the best. I love this glass. It's going to make our beer taste better. But this beer looks like pineapple juice. It is that vibrant kind of glowing yellow that I like. The last beer we had from Treehouse was a Throne of Juice, and it was dark and I did not like it. This looks way better to me. I don't know what it looks like on camera with the bright light, but I don't know, half a finger of eggshell head. It's frothy. Citra, if for some reason this is your first review you're ever watching, my favorite hop of all time. It's what got me into craft beer years ago, what made me love IPAs. Citra will forever be the GOAT, for me anyways. Let's smell this thing. This smells like, it smells like Julius. What was the beer that we just had from Treehouse that I said is very like vanilla creamsicle? This is intensely orange juice and vanilla ice cream. It says Fruit Cup. Like, I guess I could see that. I always equate, which is dumb. It's just a bad memory probably because it wasn't the best thing to be eating as far as like actual like real fruit, clearly. I always talk about when I was a kid and my mom would pack my lunch, I'd get those fruit cups that had the like the sugary syrup in them. This kind of reminds me of that. It kind of has that sugary thing. It's sweet, but it's not crazy. There's a little bit of a grassy hop thing, like maybe a touch of like earthy funk, but this is just super like overripe orange, like sweet tangerine, and just so much. I'm just getting so much vanilla from Treehouse beers recently. It reminds me of back in the day of whatever yeast they were using. I think it was their yeast. It was very bubblegummy, and I would smell basil a lot. These days I'm smelling vanilla. It smells fucking awesome. So let's go and taste it. Kelly, cheers. Appreciate you. I've said this a bunch in previous reviews. Hazy IPAs and hazy double IPAs, I let them sit out for about 10 minutes out of the fridge before I open them. Takes the chill off a little bit. I think this is the perfect temperature. Just right off the get, that was my first thought. I mean, honestly, they could have called this beer Orange Cup. I don't think it's very fruity. It is fucking so much orange juice. It is delicious. But again, I am super biased when it comes to Citra, my favorite hop. But this is like an awesome expression of Citra. I think this is why I fell in love with Citra. Again, growing up, loved orange juice. Was big on grapefruit. Weird to say because everyone that I knew hated grapefruits. I'm old enough to when I was growing up, my mom would cut grapefruits in half and like eat them with a spoon for like breakfast. That's like what people were doing back then. And I would eat it with her, and I love grapefruit. So something like this is like right in my wheelhouse as far as like flavors of hazy IPA and regular West Coast IPA. Mouth feels creamy. That vanilla sweetness is there. This very much reminds me of Julius. It's been a while since I've had Julius, but when I first drank Julius, I was talking about how it reminded me of Orange Julius, another memory as a kid. We're just going down memory lane with this beer. And this very much reminds me of that. A little bit of that grassy hop bite right on the middle of your tongue. It's not bitter, but you just feel like that kind of grassiness. Finishes with that vanilla sweetness, nice like crusty sourdough white bread. This is really, really good. I enjoy this. I think the ABV is perfect for me. It's under 7%. It's just what I want these days. I don't want super high alcohol beers. And if I'm gonna drink a hazy beer, I want something like this, just super fucking vitamin C, citrus fruit forward. That's just really, really easy to drink. So this is good stuff from Treehouse. I very much enjoy this. I could see people thinking this could be a little sweet because that vanilla thing's a little sweet, and then you have the breadiness on the finish, but I like it. As it's warmed even more, there's a little bit of like pithy grapefruit peel like on the side of my tongue. Good stuff. Fuck, I love citrus so hard. This is fantastic. So that's Fruit Cup from Treehouse. Kelly, I appreciate you sharing this one. Do you guys have it? Let's talk about it. I could see them doing variants of this beer, like putting actual fruit. Why can't I talk? My goodness, fruit puree in them, and just doing a bunch of different releases. I could just see that because it feels like this base beer is made for something like that. So, anyways, yeah, that's it. See you guys soon. Cheers.
Thank you for coming behind the bar, in the arcade, all that shit.
Ever since I was younger, I was into video games.
Somebody like the Fuse so I can bring bad news to all these crews who can't NBA jam with the shoe.